Stormcloud channel where we are playing Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. We are on Chapter 7, which should be the last chapter in the main storyline of this game. Now, I'm going to quickly select the task I wanted to focus on, the main task, and we're going to dive right in to rushing through this storyline.
We won't be able to come back for a while. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Ready to go. Where's Varia?
She's over there.
Varia! Wait, what the?
Crawford said that I should be prepared, in case we have to fight.
That makes sense. But, wow.
You're too kind.
So, I was curious. How did it feel when Zephedo was controlling you?
I'm not sure how to describe it. It felt something like an out-of-body experience. Like I was watching myself from outside.
What's up, Manon?
But why Varia?
Huh?
I mean, why did he choose to communicate with us through her?
I believe it is because I am Zephedo's backup.
His backup? But aren't you...
Correct. I am your backup. And apparently, I am also Zephedo's backup.
How are you so sure?
I was simply made aware of it when Zephedo's consciousness entered mine.
And so you're around in case anything should happen to him. Of course.
You'd tell us if anything was off, right?
Yes, but I appreciate your concern. Thank you so much.
Wow. These buildings just go on forever. Every single one of them must have been full of people, right?
Yeah.
What was this place exactly?
It was once the center of Resurgent Ark's activity. This was the largest of its residential districts. And all of its other various districts branch out from here. That includes the underground facilities as well.
Did Zephedo tell you that too?
Yes, but in a fragmented way.
How did we manage to overlook a place as huge as this?
Because it's not actually on Halpha.
How far are we from Halpha?
Do not know the exact location, but I know we are in orbital space above Halpha.
What do you mean, space?
What she means is that where we are right now is way up high among the stars we see when we look up into the night sky from Halpha.
Huh?
But teleporters can only take us so far, so we can't be that far away, right?
Correct.
Still, one would think that Lucille's vast array of sensors would have detected it. Unless the exterior is being cloaked somehow to avoid detection. But why?
Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
I think I get the basic idea.
Really? Because I'm totally lost here.
Zevedo designed this place to be undetectable. Not just by people on Halpha, but by us too.
Which must mean he was hiding something, right?
Yeah.
Right. Or at least, I assume so. Feria, do you happen to know anything about where we're going?
No. The only thing I know for certain is how to get to where Zevedo is. There is a simple map in my mind, but no details at all besides that.
Of course.
He wouldn't be leading us into a trap, right?
Your guess is as good as mine.
He wants us to defeat the
But
Starless.
I think it's safe to
doubt
say that
he'd
we should be
put us in a
prepared for
trap.
any eventuality.
Good call.
I'm just starting to think that maybe what we encountered wasn't his actual body.
It would seem there's enemy readings ahead.
Seems so.
Trial start.
Enemies.
Perhaps they were designed to replicate enemies that Arcs fought in the past. They are genetically modified versions of existing species.
Has Zevedo modified them?
Correct.
We were only involved in Arcs and Gaia's research, so we never came across information that didn't pertain to one of those two things.
Success.
I mean, genetically modifying creatures is never a good look.
Trial start.
Using the modified genetic code of animals, there were several prototypes that were tested. But the final version being the largest and powerful abilities.
Success.
I'm gonna adjust the audio in the game real quick. If I can. Be under options. Sound. There we go. That will make it easier to actually hear when the characters are talking. And it should keep me from being overshadowed by the sound effects as well.
As far as dolls, there's not much more to say about that.
We absolutely have to find some way to halt their production. Another piece of info to get out of Zevedo.
Success.
There we go. And we gotta go this way.
These guys are here too?
Ruinous. Most of them are replicas of Spawn, Ark's ancient enemy. However, we were never able to locate a complete version of their genome, so we don't know how accurate these replicas actually are.
All Spawn.
Trial start.
we got them all. Let's keep moving.
Hello.
I just can't believe there's really
Sorry to
nobody
hear you can't join
here.
in too much.
Everyone left for Halpha in order to proceed with the experiment. The city's functions have been dormant for a long time. But some of them seem to have started up again in the very moment we set foot in here.
Then, what's with all the enemies?
They are likely the intruder defense system, though some may be malfunctioning training programs.
Hopefully you can join in later. Today's going to be a bit of a longer stream. Probably, anyway, because I'm going to be finishing off Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Is there any way to stop them?
Only Zephedo has the top-level security clearance required to do so, though I am unsure why he has not disabled them.
Do you know when they stopped using this place?
No, that has not been revealed to me.
I simply can't imagine everyone in this huge city left for Halpha and Lucille.
I have no information on that subject.
It seems as though Zephedo only reveals what's convenient for him.
Why don't we just ask him what we want to know? We'll see him soon enough, right?
True. Let's do that.
Wait, I know this song.
I believe we call it the Song of Morn.
Why is it?
It would play at the same exact time every day when I was in Lucille. I don't know why, but I have the feeling we played it for the same reason that it's sung in Retem.
Huh?
I remember that Zephedo mentioned that many lives were lost in the war against the Starless. I have to imagine that the song was played in mourning for them. Perhaps it was played in Lucille so they would never forget. Do you have any insights into the song, Fairy?
I do not. No. However, I think you are probably correct.
So, this song was played both here and in Lucille. Maybe it's Zephedo's way of expressing his emotions.
Trial start.
I already finished that one. And it's interesting
Success.
because she is actually showing free will.
Trial
More
start.
clearly than even when... Well, she did basically... In a way. At first, she almost didn't show free will or emotion.
Prepare yourself! Prepare yourself!
Success.
Let's take a look at this party lineup real quick. We have ranged, magic, and me as the only melee. Makes sense.
Our objective is just up ahead.
Then let's clear these guys out first.
Trial start.
Those laser ones were the problem. Gotta take them out first, have to remember that. Oh, you got big.
Success.
Let's proceed.
Let's grab healing things first. Cutscene.
Can we really go down from here?
Yes.
Are they just gonna send us in? Not giving us a chance to gather up the healing stuff? Yep.
What is this?
It's just like Lucille.
No. On the contrary. Lucille's design was based on this facility.
Feria. No, Zephedo.
Follow me.
I've seen this place before, too. What are these?
The third generation ARC's production facility.
Is this where Meteorn come from?
It is. Allow me to tell you all about the ideal toward which we have been striving. ARCs. ARCs is a mighty force that made a name for itself in the major war 1,000 years ago. It was through their efforts that the war was brought to an end. Their victory ushered in a long period of peace. Such an era had no need for a powerful fighting force, and ARCs was, in time, forgotten. However, it was the emergence of the Starless that made them relevant once more. We believed that we needed the same power as this ancient force in order to counter the external threat. Unfortunately, much of their history and knowledge was lost to the sands of time. All we were able to gather was some battle logs and genetic code here and there. One particularly valuable piece of genetic code came from an ARCS member in Cold Sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you saying you found one of these ancient warriors in a suspended state?
Yes. However, I regret to say we never ended up learning much about them.
What does that mean?
We couldn't start the thawing process. They were too heavily protected. So we put waking them aside and focused our efforts on more accessible things. Initially, we started by looking for photon-related genes in the genetic code we recovered. And we developed simulations based on the combat data we had available. So began our long experiment. The culmination of which is you, 909.
We get the idea. We have some questions.
Proceed.
What happened to all the people in the city?
Resurgent Ark started out with roughly 100,000 members. Nearly all of them were based out of here. The finest minds, all working towards Ark's grand reconstruction. At the time, we referred to the new Arks as the first generation. There was one major difference between the first and subsequent generations. We spliced the old genetic material directly into the first experiment subjects.
You did what?
That doesn't sound safe.
Introducing a large amount of photonic code into the average person's body would...
Exactly. The average mind and body cannot handle the sudden influx. Their bodies rejected it, and most died. Even those who survived suffered changes that left them physically or mentally unfit to continue. A philosophical rift began to grow among the research staff. Vicious arguments would break out, even erupting into violence on several occasions. Resistance grew. In the end, we were left with only 1/10 of our original staff. And half of those were lost to accidents during our experiments. But those who remained continued onward and began to construct Halpha. Their goal was
Artificial
to enhance
planet?
those in the first generation that had adapted to the genetic code. I myself am a member of that first generation. My ability to transfer my consciousness was one of the things revealed during those experiments. Therefore, I've inhabited many different hosts over the years. I have continued my work of preparing for the Starless, still aware of the threat they pose.
So that's how he survived.
As a last surviving member of Resurgent Arks.
You're the last one?
There is something else I'd like to show you.
What exactly is this?
The test subject inside of this pod is identification number 909.
Wait, then what am I?
What?
"909. Who are you, exactly? An error occurred when transcribing your genetic code to the fourth clone. The data did not match
Number 909.
Greetings.
909 is in here. And yet, here you are in front of us. Remember when I told you about the ARC's member in Cold Sleep? There is more to that story. In the course of developing our
bad.
new ARCs, we made sure to be meticulously cautious regarding maintenance of their housing equipment. However, much of it came under attack during the conflicts over our research methods, and was destroyed. Or so I thought. If you could be...
Now that there's a bit of a pause, I can talk a bit more. The morning's not going too bad, and I'm going to be spending a bit of a longer stream on this. Yes. I'm hoping to finish this off. That way, next week will be dedicated to the upcoming game that I will be announcing on social media platforms and on the Discord. I woke up just before descending to Alpha is accurate.
You don't seem to be lying. We appear to have caught the attention of the Starless.
That was my thoughts exactly.
Our destination is just ahead. Destroy them.
There's still a lot more I need you to explain.
Focus on killing these first.
Understood.
Trial start.
The idea is I want to have it as something of a surprise to see how well that works.
Success.
Defeated it before even getting
That should be
the
the last
other
of
one
them.
broken.
Onward.
Is this where we'll find your, body?
No. Inside of here is the fourth clone host,
We've uploaded the required battle data, but its soul has yet to be implanted.
This can't be real. Are you subjecting us to yet another one of your experiments?
No, I am not. The truth is, I lost my body in my last fight.
So he was destroyed.
Starless vanguard that attacked after we all fought. I did manage to defeat it, but my body sustained irreparable damage in the process. So, I used my ability to transfer my consciousness over to Feria.
So, are you saying you've been inside Feria's mind ever since?
Correct.
And all this time, you've been plotting how you might lead us here.
Yes.
What is it that you want?
To transfer my soul into this clone.
And go right back to leading Resurgent Arcs, I take it.
I want to bring the war against the Starless to an end. This fourth clone incorporates lessons learned from 909's field performance. It has the data from every single battle you've ever been in. An Ark's defender to surpass all others.
How can you be sure?
I can't until I try it out.
Then maybe we need more data first.
I don't have time. I can't sustain myself in this body for much longer. My consciousness needs a permanent host.
I can't.
Feria, you know the process, right? I do. Then let's start.
No,
How is this
don't
even
disagree
possible?
with...
Yes. Excellent. Darling!
Ah, here we go.
How persistent.
That's going to be something we have to deal with. 127%. Why that odd number? Because why not? It's going to be an interesting fight. So, I want to say both, but for now, let's focus on the task at hand.
Understood. Been a while since we all fought together.
Yeah, it sure has.
You're not going any further.
Trial start.
How's that? They're still coming. Stay focused.
Yeah, this looks important to that thing. We made another one.
Starless is...
Looks tough, but I'm sure we got this.
Trial start.
This looks like a boss.
システムオールドイン戦闘開始ガルムチャージ開始ガルムチャージ完了
Success.
And we did it!
発動限界です
Takes care of that.
Let's go check on those two.
Good idea.
Ah, yes. This will do. This should be enough power to defeat him.
Him?
Defeat who?
The powerful Dark Falls class Starless that appeared 500 years ago. The one that consumed more planets and snuffed out more lives than any other.
That sounds terrifying.
He destroyed the anti-Starless squad I was part of at that time as well. And in the process, incapacitated me.
So is
I
Zephedo
lost
basically a Had?
consciousness for quite a long time. When I came to, absolutely nothing was left. My home planet was gone. All of my loved ones. Even the Starless themselves had vanished without a trace. My entire world was reduced to absolutely nothing. All I could do was stand there in complete shock. At long last, I can finally avenge that loss. And now, Resurgent Ark's mission can truly be fulfilled. Varia, are we finished?
We are.
Very well, then. What?
This isn't good.
No. Fine. Well played.
What's going on?
Stay back, Aina.
He's becoming what he hated, isn't he? Oh, great. They infected him. I was right.
What the? Zephedo! What's happening? Hello? But...
Battle data from all my battles. The mind of Zephedo consumed.
Tyrael!
Not entirely consumed.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Send this body vile into space-time. You need to get out of here. Now.
Oh, he's sacrificing himself again.
Forget about that. Just go.
So what I'm understanding is that the Starless are some sort of four-dimensional being. Perhaps initially born of an infection of some sort. They didn't just consume his planet. They assimilated it?
Zephedo. And we still didn't get any answers.
We need to tell everyone back home what happened here.
And that's the end of what we had once thought of as a villain.
Come on in!
Also, let's take this moment to use one of those free tokens. Oh, don't even have to. There we go. And now that we're at this point, I'm going to be changing the hair color as well. And now let's go with white and then blue. I don't even notice it. Let's go with that. Ears and horn. We have so many more options now. Accessories.
Come again!
And that is the new look for having confronted the Starless and all that. Just a quick little thing before we're done with this character.
Come on in!
I felt he deserved a bit of an upgrade from what he started out as.
It's good to see you back. But no trace of Zephedo, it seems. I have a few questions about what happened.
Right, so here's what happened.
So, Zephedo's consciousness was implanted into that fourth clone. So his body was hijacked by something. Wow. The roller coaster never seems to end, does it? What sort of twist is around the next bend?
And now we don't even have Zephedo around to give us any answers.
I can't talk long. Huh? I can tell you about the something in question.
Is that you, Zephedo?
Yes. Its name is Vile. Dark Falls class Starless hold dominion over vast numbers of other Starless. And among the Dark Falls class Starless, Vile, preeminent. You can think of Vile as something like their emperor. It won't be long
Ooh,
before he consumes my soul entirely.
that's
Transferred a
bad.
portion of it to Feria before that could happen. My fusion with Vile has finally revealed the truth
of the Starless to me. They are insatiably hungry. They scour the ends of the universe in search of photons to devour. They were so utterly ravenous that even the most minute photon emission was enough to summon them 500 years ago. They devoured
Boy.
everything they could. But they realized something. That no matter how much they consumed, they were still starved of photons. And that the Ark's members of 1,000 years ago were vastly more filling in terms of photon content. So Vile decided to simply wait. He reasoned that his prey would eventually develop more power and more photons.
And you did.
Vile then issued an order to all Starless. The Starless forces immediately halted their attack and disappeared from our realm back into space-time. As for Vile, although ostensibly his enemy, he hid himself inside of me. Now I know that this ability to transfer my consciousness is something I received from Vile. But oblivious to that, I proceeded with my experiments to resurrect Arcs, convinced it was my destiny. Resurrecting
was
Arcs to combat
simply
the Starless.
manipulated.
My prediction that they would return cyclically every 500 years. Looking back, I'm not sure how many of those ideas were actually planted by Vile. However, one thing that I am entirely certain of is that my hatred of the Starless is my own. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Ultimately, I was still being used as their puppet.
So what's his next move? He's after photons. That's obvious now.
Right now, this is where the beings with the highest photon sensitivity are gathered. Right here. Which means there is no doubt he's coming. He grows stronger in space-time even now. He'll complete his transformation to his final form using the fourth clone as a host. Then, it won't be long before he joins you here. Vile's power is immense. However, you need not despair. You're the strongest Ark's defender there is, 909. Or should I say, Guardian, you are even more powerful now than when we fought. And your own progress has lifted lifted up all of your friends and made them stronger as well. You are all Ark's Defenders Prime. I have no doubt that your combined might can defeat Vile. Now my time has come.
Zephedo.
What is it, Aina?
Thank you.
I am not entirely sure you have anything to thank me for.
Well, it's true that you've caused us an incredible amount of pain. You've done unconscionable things. But if you hadn't, we wouldn't be able to take on our real enemy right now. And I am grateful for that. I shouldn't, but I do forgive you.
I know.
Such a touching moment. Considering everything that she went through because of him.
I am truly sorry. I have just one final request. Take care of your world.
Zephedo's consciousness is no longer present inside my mind.
One last long speech followed by a dramatic exit. Selfish to the end, wasn't he?
That's just how he was.
The selfish general of resurgent arcs. Alone to the bitter end.
I don't even know what to say. What a staggering turn of events. For all Zephedo told us, there's so much more I was hoping to learn. And who knows, with time, we might have even been able to reconcile somehow.
Yeah. Well, we can't just mope around. We better start getting ready for our biggest fight ever.
Ilma? About that.
What's up?
Zephedo left something of a parting gift for us.
A parting gift?
Do you remember that issue with the weapon that we just couldn't seem to figure out ourselves?
How could I forget?
He didn't.
I've only been losing sleep over it for the past couple weeks.
Well, Zephedo reminded me how to get past it before he left.
Seriously?
I'll show you. This goes here. Then connect these two, and...
Wait, slow down. No, but then this one would...
No, because remember, there's...
What? Wait, that can't be right. That is right! Why didn't I ever notice that before? Duh!
If nothing else, Zephedo was an exceptional engineer.
Yes! Now we can
Respect for
finally
the
finish
former
it.
and fallen
Hey,
enemy.
You just wait. We're gonna make a little something that'll smash this vile jerk.
There's currently no available quest for the main story. Is it because I'm not a high enough level? But I'm only 5 levels from the max. Try teleporting somewhere. If that doesn't work, then I'll try actually going and... Yeah, that's not working. Okay. And if I remember, the exploration thing was from the quest desk. Quest counter.
Hi.
Nameless City Exploration. Yep, okay.
Drop by anytime.
Let's try this and see if that advances
Trial
anything.
start.
What am I even trying to do?
Success.
Okay, I have no idea But I think what I'm supposed to do is something along the lines of seeking out rewards.
This is an emergency transmission.
Trial start.
You get some from defeating enemies too.
Enemy presence eliminated. Good work.
Success.
Okay. Hang on.
It's getting started.
Trial start.
Alright, so that was just someone I called about an issue. I will have to put my dog in a cage just to make sure he doesn't try to sneak out when they come in. But Marco's fine, and he is very well behaved about this sort of thing.
Success. Trial start.
I got to level 91, so there's that. I have no idea what all is with the... And it seems to be timed, too. Or maybe that's the point rate bonus only.
Success.
まもなく活動限界です。
There had been one here. Hadn't there? It is somewhere here. There has to be a way up. Right there. Oh. There it is.
Trial start.
Okay, these seem to be a source of okay. No sign of anything else to nab. I've played Sonic games before. And that's literally what that reminded me of. So I had to mention it. Okay, there is... It's interesting. It just doesn't feel like there's any more story at all at this point, right? So, did I finish it early? Rather than anything new, it seems like it's just a repetitive point hunting, almost mini game. I know that's very much oversimplifying it. And that there is a lot to this, and that you can get some good stuff. Apparently, I haven't checked any of it yet. Those are mods and weapons. Spear and a wand. One minute left. I don't know if that's the time we have left or if it's just for the point boost. I'm hoping it's the time we have left.
Trial start.
It was just for the points, okay.
ダルムチャージ完了
Nicely done.
Oh, it is for the entire time you have there. Okay, that is good to know. Unless it's a matter of I need to be higher level, then I think I have beaten the storyline.
PSE burst.
I mean, it looks like I've acquired far more powerful weapons as well. And maxed out my inventory. Really, I just had hoped for more? I have that wrappy shape things. Let's increase my experience gain and try and get max level real quick. If that doesn't apply more storyline, then nothing will. It's a little disappointing how it ended. You can't be the only one thinking that, right?
I see.
Okay. Honestly, I am just disappointed. There was
Trial start. success.
There's so much potential for the story to develop after that, and it's just over? Chapter 7 was ridiculously short. At least it seems it was. If anyone knows whether or not I'm wrong on this, then go ahead and let me know. Honestly, I feel defeated even though I seem to have beaten the main storyline.
PSE burst.
This provides a ridiculous amount of experience. I want to get at least one more level in, see if that does anything regarding main quest. If not, then I will be ending it unfortunately early rather than longer. Which, honestly, it's a little disappointing that that's going to be the case.
PSE climax.
It's one of those things, I guess. Hey, someone got a rare drop out of that. XP booster as well to further increase things. And now go and just follow these 4 random battles for a bit. Oh, there's a red one right there. Okay, now we have this.
Trial start.
戦闘開始。ダルムチャージ開始。ダルムチャージ完了。攻撃による損傷なし。
Okay. Honestly, it seems like this is the end, doesn't it?
Success.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt to get another level and end it at least on that high note. Level 92 would be 3 levels away from the max level. And without even letting you know whether or not there is a thing, if leveling up once isn't what's needed, then Unless there's some update coming out that adds more to Chapter 7, then I guess this is the end of it. And if it is the end of it, then so be it. That is... It has been a fun journey with interesting characters and very interesting classes. Although I ended up focusing only on the bouncer because summoning swords is fun. By the way, this is not the meta bouncer build. The most recommended one meta-wise is to use the boots. And it's interesting how they use the limit for potions. Well, I say potions, but they're basically potions, you know? That way you can't just spam them, you have to actually gather them as you fight and explore. Or just not rely on them and... It definitely encourages you to think while you fight. That's one of the reasons I haven't been as talkative as with some games maybe. But all in all, this has been a fun game, and we are approaching level 92. As far as I know, level 95 is the max level. There was a silver one here, okay. Going all out on this. But I want to take a moment to reflect on everything that this game had. It had wonderful characters, very fleshed out NPCs, an excellent storyline for what was available, and the freedom to change classes. Sure, that was limited to being in one of the few cities, and there were only 5 biomes. 6 if you count the one that's added after the game. But there's really diverse biomes, did in fact add a depth to the game, and came with an actual lore reason why they were the way they are. Many games don't have that. And I want to point out that this one did. Sure, it was because this planet was artificially altered in order to carry out extensive experiments for the sake of defeating enemies that we don't actually get to defeat. But the presence of lore does not get taken away from by lack of further implementation. And as far as I can tell, this game isn't exactly dead, so there may come a time when more is added to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. If you've enjoyed this playthrough of the main story and some side quests, and would like to see me return to the planet Halpha, that is the name of the planet in this, then go ahead and let me know, either in comments on the YouTube video or on the Discord channel.
We're about to hold a live concert in this town. Invite all your friends and come join us.
Raccoon City, huh? That seems like it would be a good place to idle for a bit while I take care of some things. My speed is not good in this. Here we go.
Trial start.
And I unlock my ultimate. While I was fighting this in this form. I like that you have basically two ultimates. One summons a super weapon to basically equip itself to you, and the other just unleashes the full power of your class skills.
PSE burst.
And we are level 92
Success.
in a PS8 burst. But I'm going to map the TEM and just go here. If leaving this map doesn't trigger, then nothing will. Nothing will. There is nothing more. Alright, I will go ahead and idle here. I'm going to end and restart stream real quick. the title of the next one will be something of a farewell, I suppose.